Do you guys want to mix vocals like Bad Bunny? So in this tutorial, I'm about to show y'all reggaeton mixing techniques that give you that smooth, polished sound that Bad Bunny is known for. And if you guys are new here, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell to make sure you guys get notified when I drop my newest pro mixing tips. Let's get into it.
Combat, this a banger, huh?
All right, so I have our session open right here. I'm gonna play a little bit of the track out. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to show you guys is the autotune. So in any reggaeton song, a big stylistic approach that a lot of people take is the autotune. Now, even if your artist or you can sing, it's not really based on how good of a singer you are, but more of the sound that the autotune effect can give your vocal. It just gives like this smooth processed sound that seems to really stick out for reggaeton and like Spanish trap type music. All right, so the autotune I am using over here is MetaTune. Now, I know a lot of people's standard autotune is Antares. I have Antares. I use it on any rap track or hip hop track that I have. The thing is, I was using it for this specific reggaeton group, and I just found it not hitting the same as MetaTune for this specific genre, okay? And the reason why I like MetaTune is not only does it have like your same retune speed and you can find the key and all that other good stuff, but it has this doubler effect and this doubler width effect here. And I'll kind of show you guys what it does. So you guys could already hear right there, it is powerful. Like it already kind of gives the vocal space, the doubler width. Really, you could really hear it like spread out. It's and the doubler effect, it kind of just gives it that doubler effect, you know, but super easy. It's like right here in MetaTune. I love it. So I like to use this specifically for this. I use a retune speed at about 3.8 speed, and we're also in G sharp minor right here. Another thing I use to really get that reggaeton feel is Melodyne. So with Melodyne, it's pretty much a very powerful software that you're able to manually pitch and time correct any vocal, and it sounds really realistic, like natural, and it sounds great. It sounds really good. Now, I'll kind of show you guys how I utilize this. Now, I use Melodyne to just make sure I give it a more natural tone. So the auto-tune is going to correct notes and also give it the stylistic tone that reggaeton requires out of it. Melodyne is going to help any little robotic parts that are jumpy or just, I use this to smooth things out. So I'll give you guys an example. So let's just say we have our vocals like this right here. And that's cool, but that wasn't the note that he was intending to hit. So what I could do is I'll just grab this note here and I'll just lower it to F sharp. And it's super easy in Melodyne. You could just click the key that you want in here and it'll automatically show you the right keys for the track. So it's a little time consuming, but I'll go through the entire track and make sure everything is nice, even, and balanced with the pitch or timing. I also like to use Melodyne because it really helps keep the emotion of the artist as well. Like they're able to really let everything out. Auto-tune or MetaTune is able to kind of like help navigate where the pitch is supposed to go and give it that tone. And then Melodyne just kind of helps that final pitch correction so we don't have to overdo the auto-tune to where we're taking and stripping emotion away from the track. All right, so the next thing I use on my vocal chain right here is the chorus effect, the air chorus effect to be exact. I only have this actually at 8%, which is pretty crazy. I'm a firm believer in you don't need much, you know what I'm saying, of something. But I'll use it specifically for smoothness. So I'm going to bypass this just to show you guys. And this is with it. So you guys could definitely hear, like, it just smooths it out so much more. And I'll enhance it to show you a little bit more, and then I'll lessen it to show you less. Funny part is, every time I add these type of effects when my clients are here, they're always like, oh, like I'll put it at like 90%. They're like, oh my God, that's it right there. I'm like, no. I'm like, maybe sometimes, but not for this. I'm like, no, we gotta, adjust, balance. But yeah, then I'll just dial it in to make sure it's the right percentage. You know what I'm saying? After that, we're gonna add some Saturn 2 by FabFilter. Now, any of these plugins that I am using, you don't need the specific plugin. You don't need MetaTune. You don't need Air Chorus. You don't need Saturn 2. You just need something that replicates something similar. So when I mentioned MetaTune, you just need a type of pitch corrector, a type of autotune type of thing. Air Chorus, same thing. You just need like a chorus plugin, for Saturn 2, you just need some type of distortion or saturation plugin. So for this one, I'm going to use the warm tube. I am going to have dynamics up just a little bit. I'm going to have my mix at 76%. I'm going to have my drive at 66%. That's actually, I'm pushing this a little bit. Then I'm going to have my bass and my mid frequency knobs right here for tone. I'm going to lower them a little bit. I just don't want this to muddy up my vocal, and that's why I did that. So I'll do it before and after. This is before. Awesome. So you guys could hear how it makes the vocals that's more bold, just fuller. All right. So the next thing you would want to do on some type of song, and just to keep in mind too, in case you feel like I'm not talking about these other plugins, all these other plugins I have here are pretty much like standard. Just what obviously I use different ones in every mix, but they're just like your EQing, your compression, some things to build tone, whatnot. But there's something that I would use in every mix in some sort of type of way. The plugins I'm showing you right here are specifically that I use for reggaeton type mixes. From the distortion to the chorus effects to the type of auto-tune, all that is more specified towards this genre. All right. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is the reverb and the delay, which I feel like is extremely, extremely important in something like this. So I'm going to solo this out, and I'm going to solo out the reverb. This is without it. This is with it. And just to show you guys, I am using the Pro R over here. We have our brightness and dark, which just means I don't have the EQ like in a brighter setting. It's just it's highlighting more of the lower ends of the reverb. A lively we have at chorus, which just means it's less sharp than the clean. We have from close to far, we have more distance, so it's just a little bit more like it's like farther away from the vocal a little bit. We have some space over here, just a bigger reverb, as long as some decay rate, which is a farther reverb, a farther decay, with the reverb. We have some stereo width right here, which is just like spreading out the vocal through the stereo. And then we have a little bit of EQ right here with some pre-delay, 16 milliseconds. Sweet. The next thing over here that's pretty important is my echo. So I have Echo Boy at 1.8. I have some reverb over here at 30%. I have a meta flanger, and I have an imager right here. And I'll show you what all of that does. And that mixed with the reverb. So it just adds a lot more space and texture to the vocals. And this is everything together. So the last thing we're going to go over here that makes a huge difference to enhance your reggaeton mix, I feel like one of the biggest, is the effects. So reggaeton and Spanish trap, all that good stuff is huge with effects, whether it's adding your own risers, little bings or dahs over there, whatever it is, to beat drops, to beat stutters, to effects, even vocal effects, from pitch effects to lower, deeper voices, to like reverb or even aggressive distortion effects. All of that works. So I'm going to show you guys an example of a little bit of everything right here. Okay. So first thing I'm going to show you guys is just a beat drop, a simple beat drop. So we have, so originally it's going to sound like this right here. I'm going to show you guys. And this is after I added a drop right here. Okay, so the drop was cool. It just adds more like emotion to everything that's happening. Now what happens if we add a riser there? And with the riser, I do have some reverb over here at 44%. And I did EQ this, raising up the side frequency, high end over here, and taking out a lot of the, pretty much the low and the mids at about 300 hertz. Let's hear that. So you guys hear that. Now we're going to take it even a step further. So now I am going to take out that last little part right here of the vocal, this part. I'm going to take that. I'm going to duplicate it into 2 different tracks. I'm going to add a little altar boy on them right here. I'm going to add a -12 altar boy on this one. I'm going to add a +12 on this one, which is pretty much an octave. So I got a +12 and a -12. I have decapitator to add just more oomph to it. And then I also have some spread over here as well. I have a spread 10, as well as some more EQing to really make sure it has its space in the mix. So I'll show you guys what it sounds like now. I'm gonna play it one more time for you guys if you didn't hear it. Alright, so just that one effect alone adds a real crazy emotional area to the song, and that kind of could change up the trajectory of how the song's going. You know what I'm saying? Just, it can make a big difference. And now, if you're an artist trying to make a hit, this could be the difference of just another SoundCloud song to your next like real hit. If you're an engineer, this could be the difference of having lifelong clients. You know what I'm saying? Or them telling their friends so you could get more clients. You know what I'm saying? Like. And besides that, I mean, shit, this song goes gold or something, you're gonna get a gold plaque too. So it's like, bro, like this hard work matters. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta add all this dope shit in. I'll show you guys some more examples right here. So even that right there, what we did right there is we added a 1 knob filter over here. I just automated it so it goes down. We have a little bit of an effect right here with some risers, and then a little drop right here. Then even that effect right there, all I did was, this is how it sounded originally. I just used the graph feature right here, as you guys see, and I just went in and I just cleaned up each little vocal, you feel me, to make this. Cool. I want to show you guys one more effect over here at the end. This is one of my favorite parts. I did another like high, low, little altar boy like effect right here. I'll show you guys. Sweet. Now I really want to show you guys this one right here. This is another effect I use, and this is just to give you guys some tips or ideas, you know what I'm saying, to stay creative. I use Saturn 2 for this vocal right here. I added an amp, the British rock amp. I kept this thing at 100%, lowered down the tone a little bit, made sure my high quality knob was at superb right here, and we got this. I really like that effect right there. It just kind of adds like this like grittiness to the vocal and just like a whole different area to the song. We use that specific part for the outro just to kind of give a little different, more of like a bridge outro type of vibe. Just to really change it up. So to finalize this, I just want to show you guys the before and after of all the pretty much the dope effects I was able to add over here. I just want to kind of show you guys. So I'm gonna take out the Saturn 2 chorus, reverb, and delays, and just kind of show you guys what it sounds like before and after. And this is with the chorus and the distortion, all that. Sweet. So I would bypass the autotune and the Melodyne as well to show you guys a real before and after, but I'm not gonna do the artist like that, man. I'm just not going to do that. So, but as you guys can hear, without the saturation, the chorus, the reverb, and the delay alone, just those things alone makes a huge difference on the track. And then, then we got the beats, the effects, everything like that is going to make a huge difference to your reggaeton track. It will help you really get those vocals similar to like Bad Bunny, that type of processed, super like Hollywood type of vibe, you know, that real feel. And that's how you pretty much mix like some Bad Bunny vocals. Now, I hope this tutorial helped you guys out. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact me on Instagram at combat_K. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and leave a comment below any of your favorite tips that you guys learned here, or if you guys have any of your own. I would love to hear about it. Well, and that pretty much concludes our tutorial. Hope to see you next time. Let's get it.